And good morning. It's 7:04 on this Friday, October 20th. It's time to head to Studio B for Coleman and Company.
Well, hello, everybody. Are we early this morning, MJ? I was thinking it was 30 more seconds. Well, your clock and mine may not be just right. I don't know. Well, it's a Friday morning. Who cares? We're looking forward to a great weekend. Our program this morning, as always on Friday, presented by Wilson Bank and Trust. And not only is it our advertiser this morning, but they're going to be my guests as well, as we're going to talk about Oktoberfest. And I have three lovely ladies here this morning, employees of the bank, who are going to be telling us all about it. And I'm going to start out with Laura Smith this morning. Laura is Marketing Events Officer, and good morning to you.
Good morning, Coleman.
Nice to see you today.
You too.
And I know y'all work hard and plan ahead of time to get everything going for Oktoberfest, and you're one of the leaders in this, aren't you, as a Marketing Events Officer?
Yes, I've been doing this for 15 years.
Yeah. Okay, we have Becky Taylor with us this morning. Becky, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Becky is the Treasurer Marketing Lead. Treasurer Marketing Lead, is that right?
Treasury, yes.
Treasury Marketing Lead. All right, well, good to see you.
Good to see you.
And we have Chelsea Ashcraft, Chelsea's Retail Support Manager. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, it's coming up tomorrow and Sunday, and it's pretty much been this way for 35 years, a two-day event.
Yes, two-day event out at Wilson Bank and Trust on 623 West Main Street. And yes, two-day event. It starts tomorrow at 9:30, runs till 4, and then Sunday it's 11 to 4.
Well, people have come accustomed to this, and maybe not always, but most of the time you've had good weather for Oktoberfest.
Yes, we always say Randall's got a phone to upstairs for good weather.
Well, Becky, what part do you play in this?
I help out in the kitty corner area, where we just have the bouncies for the kids to jump in. We have our farmer tent where the kids can go and experience how it is to live on a farm, and games to play.
And Chelsea, what about you?
I lead a cookie decorating station and a photo booth. So we have the cookie decorating station used to be on the West Lawn. This year it is Saturday and Sunday on the main grounds. Over near the gazebo, we have 5 different stenciled cookies, 4 different flavors, all the different color icings for parents and kids to come decorate a cookie. So I do want to give a shout out to Pam Davis with Gigi's Cookies out of Murfreesboro and Hope Beatty with Hope Made Cookies out of Lebanon for baking all of our cookies, because it definitely would not be a success without them.
All right. Well, Oktoberfest is a happening. We can say that, and it's something people look forward to, no doubt, and there's something for everybody. People of all ages, young and old, enjoy Oktoberfest, right?
Yes, so we do, like you say, have something for everyone. We've got entertainment on a stage over by the gazebo. Chelsea mentioned the cookie decorating. We're going to have a pumpkin decorating contest, and that's our offices and departments in the central region who want to participate are decorating a pumpkin, and that will be on the West Lawn, and then the public can vote. They have 3 tickets, and they can vote for their best pumpkin. This is the 3rd year we've had it, and it is quite competitive.
Well, I don't know who came up with the expression West Lawn, but that sounds so nice, and it's such an addition to the bank to have events.
Yes, so we're able to put things on the West Lawn on Saturday, and over there we'll have the chili cook-off with Compassionate Hands. There will be craft vendors, inflatables. There will be some food vendors over there, the pumpkin decorating. So that's available on the West Lawn. And then on Sunday, that converts to the car show area.
Do most of the, let's say most of the local employees anyway, and there are several branches here in town, but do most participate in this, or is it mostly just a nucleus of you at the main office?
It is mostly the main office and the operations center. We have grown so much and have so much help on the main campus that those employees help work that. But then the outlining offices here in Lebanon, they stay open for service because we're always closed for service. So that serves as their addition.
Well, let me, you weren't here, you weren't at Wilson Bank 35 years, or 36 years ago, because 1 year we missed because of COVID, I believe. Mm-hmm. But what's the overall purpose? Do you know what was behind the thinking when it first started? Have you heard the story?
Yes, from what I've been told was Randall's always one that wants to give back to the community, and he has antique cars, and he just wanted to give back. So he took a couple of his antique cars out on the main campus and a grill and just started having a day to give back. And it started small, but it's grown over the years. They used to have a 5K run, and we had that last year, but now we've gone back to what we're doing now. But just giving back to the community comes from Randall's heart.
Well, you said... excuse me, Oktoberfest started small. Wilson Bank, to be honest, Wilson Bank started small.
This is true.
That little house there in 1987.
True.
And look, not only has Wilson Bank grown, Oktoberfest has grown as well.
Correct.
Yeah. Becky, anything in particular else you want to tell us here about either what you're doing or another aspect of Oktoberfest?
Well, the big thing for the Kitty Corner area this year we are not charging for an armband. So they can come and bounce all day long and play games and just have a good time and come milk a cow.
You're going to have a cow to milk?
We have a wooden cow.
Oh.
A wooden cow and an apple tree, and they can come and dig for potatoes, and we have a corn box. They can come and play in corn. Kids love playing in corn.
Okay, I get it. Because so many don't live where you have a little garden or something, or don't know.
Right.
I mean, what was it Hale Moss used to say that think that chocolate milk comes from dark cows or something like that.
Yep.
You've got to teach some of these that don't grow up on a farm or have any agriculture background.
That's right.
That's what this is designed for.
It is.
But a learning experience and fun at the same time.
Correct.
Yeah. Chelsea, what else you want to tell us?
We do have a photo booth on Saturday. That will be located on the main grounds next to the Welcome Center. They will be there from 11 to 2, so just be sure to swing by the Welcome Center as you're entering the grounds and stop by the photo booth to get a picture with your family or friends. We also have a quilt and photography contest that's typically located in our main office. However, due to our remodel, that is going to be in the operations center on the third floor. There's going to be, the doors will be opened and there will be signage for the public to be directed to the third floor. So be sure to check out the photo and quilt contest as well.
I don't guess there's any way to count how many people actually come through and are part of Oktoberfest, but you have some guesses, but it would be, there's a few thousand people, aren't there?
Most definitely.
Yeah. Has anybody ever tried to put a number to that, really?
No, but yeah, 3,000 to 4,000 if the weather's good, and the weather is supposed to be great this weekend.
Well, and the purpose just was a way to give back to the community when it started, and you've continued, and of course you've added. And there's been some things that maybe I guess are popular for a while that maybe you kind of get tired of that, come up with something new, but you've been innovative all the years, haven't you?
Yes, I mean, we used to have a Black Hawk helicopter come in. We've had a hot air balloon come in. So, yes, we've changed it up over the years.
And you've been a part of that for about 15.
Yes.
You really have done something with Oktoberfest ever since you've been at the bank?
Yes, when I started at the bank, I was on the switchboard, but I helped with the craft vendors outside during the weekend, and then that just kind of grew. And then I went to the marketing department, and then that's where it just stayed with me.
When you have several thousand people, of course they're not there all at once, but still, parking and traffic is somewhat of an issue. What are you doing about that?
Well, we have got trolley stops at Emmanuel Baptist Church, City of Lebanon, and then First United Methodist Church, that we have trolleys from the fairgrounds that were borrowed that will pick them up and drop them off right in front of the Welcome Center, which is where we like to greet our guests. Mm-hmm. And at that station, when they get off this year, we have got some black market-type bags to hand out while supplies last. and some Oktoberfest stickers for the children while the supplies last. And they can also register for a $500 MasterCard gift card at the Welcome Center before they get started on the grounds.
Yeah. Well, this is something that's just here in Lebanon. I don't know what you do when you get as far away as Cookville or Chattanooga or Murfreesboro, whatever, but Oktoberfest is Lebanon. And as you were saying, the other branches here kind of participate by being open so that the main office can be closed tomorrow.
Correct.
And of course, you're not open on Sunday, but everybody plays a role in it, at least in the Lebanon area, to some degree.
Yes, they do. And we have an Oktoberfest committee of about 25 people who all have different stations. Chelsea's part of that, Becky's part of that, and they have other teammates. I have my marketing team, but it takes quite a village to run this event.
When do you really start? You start planning for
June.
next year about Monday.
Yeah. Well, next year, yes. So,
Well, you're thinking about it at least. I don't think you're not going to be worried too much Monday about next year, but you'll be thinking about it as it approaches. And a lot goes into this before the event, no doubt.
it does. So after the event, we have a wrap-up lunch with the committee, and we go over the different items that worked well and didn't work well and suggestions. And then we start planning back in June of each year.
But most of the ideas work well, don't they?
Yes, they do. They do.
Little tweaking and maybe adding a little here and subtracting a little over there, but trying to have the best you can each year.
Yes, we do.
All right, we need to take a break. I'll reintroduce our cast when I come back. And our program today presented by Wilson Bank and Trust. This is Coleman and Company, FM 98.9.
And let's see what's happening on the roadways. Thanks to Absolute Kubota, they help you rent the right tool for the job. The Kubota Orange Rental Program makes it easy to rent the right equipment. Stop by Absolute Kubota, check out the U35 excavator or the SVL 75 compact track loader, 1506 West Main. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. Still heavy traffic right now trying to get up through the Hickory Hollow area on 24 westbound. All that heavy traffic coming in from Murfreesboro, Rutherford County towards Nashville. It's crowded now out here on 65 South at Trinity Lane. Watch for some radar on I-40 out in Dixon County this morning. Starting to build pretty good now on I-40 East coming through Kingston Springs. Hey, Princess Hot Chicken is hiring in all 4 locations. Check out that awesome menu this weekend at princesshotchicken.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
I'm Michael Starr, a licensed local insurance agent with Health Markets Insurance Agency in Lebanon, Tennessee. Choosing the right Medicare plan for you can be confusing. Let me help you find a plan that best fits your needs and budget. Call 615-830-4875 to speak with a licensed insurance agent for a free appointment, virtually, by phone, or in person, to review your specific needs and help find a plan that's right for you. Health Markets Insurance Agency Incorporated is licensed in all states and D.C. Service and product availability varies. Agents may be compensated based on enrollment. No obligation to enroll.
Drug-Free Wilco is partnered with local law enforcement agencies for National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day on Saturday, October 28th from 10 to 2. Law enforcement will be hosting 4 events across the county at Gibbs Pharmacy, Walgreens on West Main, Three Forks Marketplace, and Mount Judd Pharmacy. Unused medications are a public safety issue that may lead to accidental poisoning, overdose, and abuse. Participants will receive a free lockbox from Drug-Free Wilco. This project is funded under a grant contract with State of Tennessee Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Services.
Happy anniversary. This is Sheila Grewing from Wilson Bank and Trust.
It's Tifford Elkins. Have a happy 30th anniversary, WANT.
TR from Absolute Kubota, here wishing 98.9 WANT a happy 30th anniversary.
This is head coach Ryan Hunt with Cumberland University Baseball. I want to wish WANT, WCOR a happy 30th anniversary.
Hey, this is Tyler Hawks, a board member of the Tennessee Radio Hall of Fame. Congratulations, Susie James and WANT, 30 years of excellence in radio.
We continue here on this Friday morning. Our program presented by Wilson Bank and Trust, and we have the whole half hour. We started about 4 after, so I guess 26 minutes to talk about Oktoberfest and other things that pertain to Wilson Bank and Trust. But we've already established that Laura Smith, who is here, has been with the bank for 15 years. But I want to ask the other two, Becky Taylor, Treasury Management Lead. How long you been at the bank?
17 years.
Oh, you've been there longer than Laura?
I have, yeah. I think I've been here longer than Chelsea, too. Yeah.
Well, what did you do in the beginning?
I started out in loan operations, and then I made the change to treasury management about 3 months ago.
Yeah. Well, Chelsea, what's your story?
So I've been at the bank almost 12 years. I started at the Tennessee Boulevard location, was there for almost 7 years, and then I was in a trainee program, and then upon completion I started in retail support. I actually fibbed. I was in deposit servicing for about a year or two.
What all you do is retail support manager?
Coleman, that's a tough question. So,
Well, tell us a little bit.
my department, we are the liaison to the front line, so it kind of sounds techie, but it's not. But if a teller or a personal banker has any issues with their applications, then we support them. We write policies and procedures, so we mainly support the frontline staff with any questions or concerns that they may have.
Well, you've got, talking personnel here, you got one guy we know pretty well here, Matt Griffin. Has he retired yet?
Not
Next
yet.
year.
Next year.
Yes.
Next year. All
The
right.
voice of Wilson Bank.
Well, Mac's a good one.
He is.
does a great job when he MCs. I don't know whether he still does other things other than that, but anyway.
He does, and I did ask him if I can borrow him next year, and I'm years going on for events, and he said he would.
No, that's good. That's good. Well, if he retires, he'll have to have something to do on it.
Yes.
Well, if you joined us a little bit late this morning, our whole program this morning is about Oktoberfest, and it's a 2-day event. It starts tomorrow at 9 o'clock at the main office of Wilson Bank and Trust over on West Main, and expecting thousands, expecting good weather. First of all, the rain came through last night and probably going to get out of here this morning, and it's going to be pretty bright October weather, I think.
Yes, and so the good weather, which we've been watching, it really helps on Sunday for the car show, because the car show people won't bring their car out, with a hint of rain. So we should have probably a good record attendance on Sunday, and anybody that wants to come, they just register as they pull in, and it's $20 a car. And then we've got our crew on campus, and they will park them. Awards will be at 2:30 on Sunday.
All right, now, as far as you pay if you want to have your car in the show, but if you're a spectator, that's just part of coming, right?
Correct.
You don't pay to see the car show unless you have your car entered.
Correct. Yes, this is free admission to this event.
But that's been a big thing. You have a lot of interest. You have a lot of interest in that car show, and that was kind of one of Randall Clemens's babies too in the beginning, wasn't it?
Yes, and we're continuing that tradition. So record cars 2 or 3 years ago was maybe 540 cars. I expect we'll get there.
Wow, that's showing a lot of interest, to say the least.
Last year it rained on the car show day, so we had about half of that.
Yeah. Well, I don't think we're going to have rain this time. I think it's going to be a great Sunday afternoon for that, and it looks like the whole weekend's going to be pretty good.
Yes.
Yes, you've got something.
Also, since it is the third Saturday of October, is the big Tennessee-Alabama game is tomorrow as well. We will have a tent. We will have a tent set up on the ground with a TV if the men want to come and watch the game while their families roam the grounds.
Men or ladies, go
or
Vols.
Ladies, go Vols.
I'll be there.
I totally get that.
Listen, I know. In fact, I've got a niece that you wouldn't believe what a big Orange fan she is, and I know they're a lot both, but most of the time, has this? I'm thinking you had this when it wasn't the UT Bama game.
Depends on how the calendar falls.
Yeah.
It's
okay.
We have our event the third full weekend.
Okay. All right. Well, that's set in stone. That's when it's going to be.
Correct.
All right. And if it interferes, with that football game, you're going to make provisions for it. You got a tent and TV.
Correct. Yes, and it's been a huge success. We did it past couple of years, and it's been a good thing for Oktoberfest.
All right. Well, is there a place to sit?
There will be chairs in there.
Okay.
I don't know. We've got a bunch of food booths going to be there as well. So I don't know. Do we do popcorn? I know one year we did popcorn.
We're not this year. It's just going to be multiple TVs with multiple games running and chairs.
Okay. And if you want something to eat, you can go during the timeout and get it.
That's right.
Yes. I've got more food vendors this year than I have in the past. Got about 25 food vendors. Most of them are located on the main campus, but on the west lawn is where we've had the additional food vendors.
Yeah. Well, I was going to get around to that. We haven't talked an awful lot about food. You got a big variety, I guess.
We do, and we have a lot of new additions, and some of these people you might have seen around town. Roasted Coconut's going to be there with their truck. And on the west lawn, we've got Cedar City Coffee, Dactor Asian Food, Nai Tais, which is going to be some lemonade, limeades, the Doghouse, and, Quick Quirk Donuts. They're the mini donuts.
Quick Quirk Donuts.
Yes, that's
you
a mouthful.
You said it right the first time, and I got it right?
Yeah.
I don't think I've heard of that one, but something I bet everybody hasn't either. But they can find out.
Yes.
So there are some things for the first time, maybe.
Yes.
That you're having, and that's another good thing about it. See something you haven't seen before, another new experience, even if it's in what you're eating.
Yes, and then in addition to having so many food vendors, we have more craft vendors than we have in the past. So there's about 110, 115. And that also helps with the West Lawn. We're able to let some people come on Saturday only so they can at least get into the show without, not being there for 2 days with space.
Do some of your vendors have drawings, things to register for? I think that's been true in the past.
Yes, some of them do. That's up to them if they want to.
So there's an opportunity to win even from some of the vendors.
Yes.
Plenty to eat and a great variety.
Yes.
And all we've talked about here is just a variety of activities and even an opportunity to watch football games tomorrow afternoon if that's what you want to do. Chelsea, I don't think we've let you say hardly as much as the others this morning. You're all wrapped up in this. What have we left out, or what would you like to emphasize?
So I just want to remind everybody that we do have entertainment on Saturday and Sunday. We have a full lineup. So anytime you want to take a break, definitely have plenty of chairs out there. We have tables set aside. So you can just kick back, watch the game, get some good food, decorate some cookies, and then listen to the great entertainment that we have lined up all weekend.
Okay, now where is this entertainment? This is live entertainment in one place, right?
It is live entertainment. It's on our main grounds near the gazebo. We have a stage set up and a tent for the entertainment guests.
I'm supposing there's a pretty good variety of entertainment. Anybody want to kick in here? Who's coming?
Yes, Lane Tomlinson's going to be on stage, and he's actually an employee of the bank, and he is great to listen to. We have the Cumberland Marching Band coming in this year, and Lebanon High School's marching band coming in this year.
Wow. All right. Well, you go all out to for entertainment and people to have a good time and giving back to the community, no doubt. And do you bother with any loan specials at this time, or is there much to talk about business-wise as far as the bank's concerned?
Yes. So we are running some CD specials, and there will be signs on the grounds to where you can see what we're offering. And then we're also doing a refer a friend. So the specials, if you want to see what they are, you need to come out. There's a little QR code that will be on the signs, and you can scan that and it'll let you know what it is, and you can apply for it online, I believe.
That's correct.
But it's not something that you're willing to tell people on the air today. You got to come and find out.
That's correct. Kind of like Expo, you have to come and find out.
Yeah.
Great specials, so you definitely want to come check them out.
It's worth it.
Yeah, right. And well, that's just sort of a teaser, and especially if this is something that is part of your future, if you're ready to make a loan and come find out how much better deal you might get during Oktoberfest. All right, we got 2 minutes left here this morning, and if you joined us late, our program this morning, Wilson Bank and Trust, of course, I advertise every Friday as we start today, and been with us for a long time. You're one of the first, and Wilson Bank has been with us ever since they started advertising on Fridays on Coleman and Company. And let me say we appreciate that. There's very few others that can say they've been here that long. It may be the longest one. I don't know. We might have to ask Susie that. But anyway, we certainly appreciate this, and it's kind of been our pleasure here to extend the time on the Friday, either the week before or the day before Oktoberfest, and this is the day before. So here, as we kind of wind up, it is a 2-day event, and it starts tomorrow, 9 o'clock, main office, and on the West Lawn on West Main Street here in Lebanon. And people who've been here for a long time, it's just the 35th verse of the same song, I guess. But for those who have not been here all these years and don't know about Oktoberfest, I'm sure you'll want to check it out. All we've talked about this morning, and all the different food, all the entertainment, the car show, even the football game tomorrow afternoon, and all the entertainment, a variety of entertainment too, right, Chelsea, over on the stage there. I guess you got mostly music, isn't it? But a big variety.
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, Laura Smith, Becky Taylor, Chelsea Ashcraft, thank y'all for being with us this morning. I think we've covered it pretty well. And I will say this, I told y'all when you came in, Randall would be proud of you. Well, I'm sure all the others are too, but each one of you's got your Wilson Bank and Trust shirt or jacket on this morning. So thanks for being with us. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Coleman.
All right, that is part one of Coleman & Company, presented by Wilson Bank and Trust. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, excellence in banking since 1987. Stay with us for more here on FM 98.9.
And let's see what's happening on the roadways. Thanks to our friends at Beats Ford, and that regular oil change, $39.95 up to 5 quarts of oil, tax and disposal, $16.73 West Main. Now with traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. Heavy traffic continues to try to get out of Rutherford County right now on 24 westbound up through the Hickory Hollow area. I see some flashing lights on the scene of an accident. It's going to be in West Nashville on 40 eastbound, right near Charlotte Pike. Again, it's got traffic a little slow coming in from Bellevue right now on 40 eastbound. Again, on the west side of Nashville up by Charlotte Pike. It's stop and go there. 65 southbound at Trinity Lane. Watch for radar I-40 out in parts of Wilson County. Hey, Prince's Hot Chicken, they're hiring at all locations. Check out that menu at princeshotchicken.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
When it comes to Medicare plans designed to meet your needs and budget, there's no place like Farm Bureau Health Plans. We've got Medicare Advantage plans, Medicare Supplements, Part D, dental, vision, designed with folks like you in mind. Visit our office at 214 North Castle Heights here in Lebanon. You can see Charlotte Webster for your Medicare or other health plan needs. You can always get a quote for auto, home, life insurance, and also commercial insurance. And again, West Dugan, Farm Bureau, Castle Heights office.
Are you feeling pretty scary about buying a house? Well, hold on to your broomsticks. You will need a spooky to open this house. We will make you feel spooktacular. Don't be a scaredy cat. Give us a call. Let's give them pumpkin to talk about. Don't make a move without us.
Call Judy Cox or Medina Himmensholer at Exit Rocky Top Realty. C&D Team 443-3130.
For more than 36 years, Wilson Bank & Trust has been proud to serve communities all across Tennessee. As an independent local bank, we provide banking products competitive with large banks, but delivered with personalized local service. Wilson Bank & Trust has been community-focused since 1987 and looks forward to many more. Discover the power of local community banking that truly makes a difference. Give us a call or come on by any of our local 30 locations or visit wilsonbank.com to learn more. Member FDIC.
We do have a lingering chance of showers this morning, otherwise mostly sunny skies by this afternoon, high of around 68. Going to be a beautiful evening across Middle Tennessee for Friday night football, mostly clear, low down to 44. Sunshine for your Saturday, high of 71. This weather forecast brought to you by Walker Auction and Realty, professional auction and real estate services. Get top dollar for your home, land, or personal property. Log on to MikeWalkerAuctions.com where they know auctions. That's a look at your forecast. I'm Stormy Clausen.
Continue. Thanks for joining us on a Friday morning, and welcome to part 2 of Coleman & Company. Now, 2 members of the C&D team of Exit Rocky Top Realty. Well, believe it or not, it's the same 2 you would expect. We've got Miss Judy Judy Cox, we got Medina Hematola. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We're going to have to put on our Halloween mask and then disguise ourselves, and you won't know who we are.
Well, I'll tell you what, some people do think you're twins.
Yeah, more than once we've heard that.
But it
That's
is,
okay.
but if you don't know, it's mother and daughter, and what a great team. Y'all do work together really well. And let me do my usual here. The C&D team of Exit Rocky Top Realty at 1330 West Main in Lebanon. Great people, great service, people you can trust, and that means a lot.
Thank you very much.
Miss Judy, it's good to see you.
Good to see you too. It's Friday and it's getting close to the holidays now, and everybody's getting in the holiday spirit. Sometimes they get in it earlier than normal, but it seems like now after July the 4th, you're starting to look at Christmas stuff. So, who knows anymore? Sometimes you just think, let's just keep it all up and don't take it down and have it year round. So anyway, but I wanted to remind people, I've had several people call me on when we talked about going and getting your, up at the deeds office, registered so that you can check if somebody is checking your taxes or checking your title on your house because of the fraud that's going on. And we've had several cases in Wilson County, and they seem to go to the ones first that if you've paid your house off. If your house is paid off, it's a lot longer for anyone to get caught because there is not a bank involved that is sending a payment to the person every month. So usually they go for the ones that your house is paid off, and they'll use the title of your house to borrow money for a car. They'll use it as collateral, your house, that they own it, and I'm going to buy a car, or they get a loan. Some people use it to buy another house. So, and you usually don't find this out till you get ready to sell your house. And when the attorney's office checks, the title company checks your title, they see that there's a lien against it because somebody's borrowed money against your house. And then they're like, what? I haven't borrowed any money. Well, then they start looking, and the longer it goes, the harder it is to remedy the situation.
Have you had this happen to you?
Not to me personally, but we've had it several closings, and they call us and they go, hey, there's a lien on that house, so they got to clear the lien out before we can close the property. And when we call the sellers and they go, I don't have a lien on the house, I don't owe any money.
Right.
And they think and sometimes it will be somebody with the same name as that person, and that's where the confusion is. But lots of time now, it's like somebody has borrowed money against the title on that house. So then they have to stop the closing until they get that remedied. So it can really put a hard thing in your life there when all of a sudden you thought everything was fine and dandy. So this way, Jackie Murphy is wonderful. Dave, you got her number. She's at the Registered Deeds office, and you go up there, or you can call her, and she will get that taken care of for you. And it doesn't cost you anything.
Right, I've done that.
Yes, and it's a good thing. People don't know to do it. It's just if you'll do it, that way your title, if somebody goes and pulls your information, you're going to get an alert. So that way you can get on this before it gets all done. So
I'm thinking she's got my email address to immediately notify me.
That's right. And they'll notify you if something looks suspicious. And nowadays, you just got to do everything you can to avoid fraud because it's all around you, and people come up with ways to do this all the time. So I wanted to remind people, because people have asked me everywhere I go, what was that you were talking about? Yeah. So Medina, give them her number.
Jackie Murphy is wonderful. I've got mine up there as well. And when several times mine has been clicked, and I get an email that says someone is looking at your deed, and I immediately call Jackie. Say, okay, look at this for me. What is this going on? And she'll tell me, okay, I know about that one. And it's okay. But that's the good thing that Jackie has done. But it's 615-443-2611 is her office. So give her a call, and she'll get you set up.
Yeah,
that's right.
And everybody really ought to do that.
That's right.
And I think you're right to say prey on people who have already paid off, don't have a mortgage on it. And
that's right.
Because it's easier to take. It's going to take them more longer to discover that. Maybe years when they're trying to sell it.
That's right. Because the banks, if you still have a loan on your house, the banks have some fraud protection that they usually do for you, and that is one cover. But then a lot of times, thieves find a way to get through to things. So
a lot of people have moved in here from other states and paid cash for their homes. So that's something that they may not have known about from where they come from.
it's something new
But
here.
it's happened here several times in Wilson County, so it's not like out there somewhere now. It's here. So I'm going to let Medina talk now.
All right, what do you got, Medina?
Well, we have a new lot. It's right on South College Street. It's 331. It's right beside of IMI Concrete, right there off of Tennessee Boulevard. And there's commercial, of course, on both sides of it. It is a residential lot, but it could be commercial very easily with the commercial being all the way around it. But it's listed at $299.9, and it would have sewer, Middle Tennessee Electric, and City of Lebanon utilities there. So everything is there. There used to be a house there, but that house is gone now. So it's an open lot, and you could do whatever you wanted to with it. So give us a call on that. If you're looking for something right there in town, it's close to restaurants, I-40, everything right there.
Right, yeah.
So give us a call. We have the house on Windmere, 609 Windmere Drive. Give us a call on that one. It's 524.9. 4 bedrooms. Not many houses do you find 4 bedrooms, especially this one was built in 1987. And so you didn't have a whole lot of 4 bedrooms back then when that was built. But this is in a great neighborhood, Westview Acres. Great built home. It's on a 1.06 acre, so one of the largest lots in the neighborhood. And it's, like I said, 4 bedroom. It has 2 full baths. It's 2 level. So if you're looking for a home with a primary on the bottom and 3 upstairs, or the primary upstairs and have a teenage or an in-law in the bottom, give us a call on that one, 524.9. If you're looking for acreage, we have 7 acres on Rutledge Lane. Already has a septic tank on it, perked for 3 bedrooms, has electricity or electric pole on the property, and it's ready for a new owner. That owner was going to build and change their mind, and so they went on to something else, and they're wanting to sell this. So
all right.
Give us a call on that one.
Some great opportunities there.
Yes. So anything, even if our sign is not in the yard, give us a call. We'd be glad to help you find a home, a lot, whatever you're looking for, a commercial business, whatever you're looking for. Give us a call.
615-443-3130, and somebody answers the phone 24 hours a day.
That's right. And remember, Coleman,
Yeah.
don't make a move without us.
Thank you all so much. Have a
Go
great weekend.
UT.
See you next week. Wow, you want to pick the score on that one? Is Tennessee going to beat Bama?
Yes, sir.
Yeah? How much?
3 points.
Oh, nail biter.
30-27?
Yeah.
All right. We'll see. Okay, we're about 19 minutes before the hour, and my guest is here for part 2 this morning, and I want to welcome Gail Hellam, who is the Director of Marketing and Events at the Farm Bureau Expo Center. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's nice to see you. Good to have somebody to talk to, of course. I don't like to sit here and talk to myself.
I was just thinking this morning, boy, calling in would feel very different than actually being here.
Well, yes. I'll tell you, there are a few people that I have grown accustomed to conversing with on the phone, and I think we do pretty well. But a general rule, I don't like it. It's just not the same.
It's not the same.
Right.
It's kind of like trying to do a Zoom call versus sitting in a room talking to somebody.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, I was at your place last night, or next door, we might say. We had the Wilson County Fair, Tennessee State Fair Appreciation Dinner.
That's right. You guys were in the Made in Tennessee building.
It was a very nice occasion, and a good crowd and good food, and a lot of awards presented and so on. But that really doesn't concern you exactly, because you're concerned with the Farm Bureau Expo Center.
Well, I wouldn't say it doesn't concern me. I don't manage that building, so no, I'm on a day-to-day basis. I'm
Okay,
not
that's what I
dealing
meant.
with the ins and outs. Yeah, but I am very cognizant of what is in there and when that may be something that gives some latitude for something in the expo to spill over to. And we've had several of those events happen. Which is an important part of what I do, is trying to look for opportunity. Sometimes when an event needs a little more space than what I have, that gives me the luxury of trying to support the ag grounds as well as just what's inside the expo, which is, is important, and I enjoy doing that.
Yeah, well, it really is a nice addition and a fine building there, and we had a good time.
Good deal.
what's been happening? I've passed by lots of times. I've seen some big crowds out there, and especially on the weekend.
Well, the weekends are, working at the expo. If you're not up for the weekends, that's going to be probably a bit of a challenge. But I was just looking at last month's report, and we did 19 events total. We broke our record in the amount of revenue that we brought in for the month. We just barely missed $109,000. And we ended up with a profit for the month after we pay our expenses, because I like to remind people that, we are self-sufficient in the fact that we do earn the money that pays our salaries and pays for the operations of the building.
Now, you're talking about the month of September.
The month of September.
Yeah, not August.
That's right.
After the fair.
That's right. And $45,000 is what we came out with the black after paying all the expenses. And that was just incredible. I was very, very excited to see that. October is shaping up to be pretty much the same thing. And then we'll have November, December, which is, we got about 2 weeks with the holidays in each month that kind of slows things down just a tad bit, which is, it's good and bad. I mean, I would love to make the same amount of money I made in September, but I think it's important to have that balance in making sure that there's some time to maybe step back, slow down, and recoup and get ready, because once January starts, it doesn't stop.
Yeah. Well, I know you want to do more and more and more, but it seems to me that sometime you're going to reach a plateau here where you're not going to do much more than that unless there's some significant changes.
Correct. No, you're absolutely right. And I'm very aware of where that bar is, and we're not quite there.
Yeah.
But we're not far. And when we hit that bar, we're going to have to take a long, hard look on how to better utilize the space and the timing, which could entail, Zendel and I have talked about this a couple times, probably more than a couple times, in the possibility of flipping rooms in the same day. We don't do that right now. And that's a whole different ball game, and it's going to require more staff people to be able to do that. So there's some give and take to, you've got to be able to make more or enough more to pay more people, because the salaries are coming out of that income.
You got to be able to justify that expense.
That's right. And so at what point is it break point? At what point does it not worth it? We're just doing it so we can do more, So I don't know. We'll see when we get there. Like I said, we're not quite there, but we are definitely we're building to that.
All right. We need to take a break right here. Let's do that right here on Coleman and Company FM 98.9.
And let's see what's happening on the roadways. Want to thank our friends at Absolute Kubota. They'll help you rent the right tool for the job. The Kubota Orange Rental Program makes it easy to rent the right equipment. Stop by Absolute Kubota. Check out the U35 excavator or the SVL 75 compact track loader. Absolute Kubota, 1506 West Main. Now with traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. Heavy traffic still trying to get in from Rutherford County, Murfreesboro, headed towards Nashville on 24 out through the Hickory Hollow area. It's still limping along up there from an earlier wreck. 24 east at the Jolton exit. That did slow down that traffic coming in from Montgomery County, Clarksville through the Jolton area there, eastbound on 24. Heavy where you would expect this time of the morning, I-40 over here at Donaldson Pike. All that traffic continuing to come in from Wilson County through Hermitage right now, westbound on I-40. Hey, Prince's Hot Chicken is catering. They're also hiring. Check them out today at princeshotchicken.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
This is Tracy Pope with Vanderbilt Wilson County Hospital. Thank you, WANT 98.9 FM, for being an essential business for entertainment, programming, and news in Wilson County. Congratulations on 30 successful years.
This is Philip Craighead. I would like to wish WANT FM 98.9 a happy 30th anniversary.
This is Tommy Bryan, voice of Blue Devil football, wishing WANT and WCOR a happy 30th anniversary.
I'm Michael Starr, a licensed local insurance agent with Health Markets Insurance Agency in Lebanon, Tennessee. Choosing the right Medicare plan for you can be confusing. Let me help you find a plan that best fits your needs and budget. Call 615-830-4875 to speak with a licensed insurance agent for a free appointment, virtually, by phone, or in person, to review your specific needs and help find a plan that's right for you. Health Markets Insurance Agency Incorporated is licensed in all states and D.C. Service and product availability varies. Agents may be compensated based on enrollment. No obligation to enroll.
Gregory Dental Group in Lebanon is a family dental practice located across from Vanderbilt Wilson County Hospital. They offer cosmetic procedures, dental implant services, and now featuring new digital dentures. Premium dentures in just 2 appointments. No insurance, no problem. Call about our discount plan.
Hi, I'm Dr. Derek Gregory. In my office, you can count on a compassionate staff who will truly listen to you, take the time to get to know you, and discuss your personal needs. I look forward to meeting you.
Gregory Dental Group, 444-0322, West Medora Parkway across from Gibbs Pharmacy.
We continue here on a Friday morning. Welcome to our final segment of Coleman & Company. And if you've joined us just now, Gail Hellam, who is the Director of Marketing and Events for the Farm Bureau Expo Center, is with us. And really, you've got to get it set up where you come here and you're on with us once a month. Let people know even more about the Farm Bureau Expo Center. Good report this morning, a great October.
September.
Yes, a great September.
Yeah.
We're in October now. Actually,
almost over.
October is flying by, it seems, and
it's crazy.
Yeah, but I tell you what, though, I was glad we got a little rain last night. We kind of needed some rain. It's been getting
Kind
dry.
of surprised me. Came out of nowhere.
Yeah, and I think I haven't checked the rain gauge at my house, but I want to think there was a little. They were saying. The TV weather was saying the other day we'd do well if we got a half an inch, and I want to think we got a little more than that, but I don't know.
Based on the puddles on the golf course that I live on, there was a little more of that.
All right, we'll go with that. What do you spend? You've got to get and the word is out, no doubt. The word is out of what's available here at the Expo Center, and I'm not sure that what we're doing now is everything that was envisioned when it was built, but you go where there's a demand, whatever people need, you're trying to provide it for them, and there are other things that probably could be done there that haven't, and maybe one of these days somebody will come up with a different idea. If it's a workable one, no doubt you're agreeable to it.
Oh, I've got ideas. I've got lots of ideas. I would say, though, I think we've exceeded the expectation of what was envisioned when the building was built. Mm-hmm. I know that when the building was built, there was the expectation that Wilson County alone would support that building, and that is definitely not the case, at least from the financial component of it. It's interesting. Wilson County represents a greater number of events than the annual finance report would show. And the reason for that is because they're smaller events. They're typically the South Hall events is what we're looking at. So I think we've exceeded that. I think we've kind of blown that out of the water. To the extent that I just had a meeting with 4 gentlemen from 4 different countries wanting to plan a conference, a ministers' conference, where all of the attendees would be coming from different countries. And I'm not going to lie, I got excited because I was like, that is an international representation, which is a huge shot in the arm for Wilson County if we can land that. We're still working on it. We're very early in those stages, but that just shows you going from using South Hall for local events, which are just as important, to something of that magnitude. It shows you our bandwidth, and it also shows you that our name is getting out there, which is kind of interesting also because I've talked to people that have lived here all of their life or most of their life, and I've had to give them directions to the expo. And I'm like, wait, what? So, it just depends. Yeah. But another interesting fact is the fact that we are getting more and more Tennessee state events from state offices. And I'm thrilled because they're figuring out that we're here, we're centrally located, in the state we're centrally located, and we're in drivable distance of 72%, or 24-hour drivable distance of 72% of the United States. It makes us really, really appealing. So, there's that. More space? Yeah, I'd love to have more space. That would be amazing. But that's a huge thing to bite into, and we're not there yet. I don't think I can justify it number-wise yet. But I can tell you in the market, there's a need for it.
Well, you have to be competitive, and you maybe have to have something maybe gives you a little bit advantage over somebody else. That can be the price that you pay. It could be the extra service that you provide. And I'll be honest, I've heard nothing but good things about you and your staff there, and maybe the way you kind of go out of your way to take care of people, and I guess to ensure that they get what they want, but to maybe they're going to be a repeat customer. That all works
That's
together.
the goal.
Yeah.
That's the goal. It's always easier to keep a customer than it is to go cultivate a new one. Always. It's less expensive too. I could not be more proud to be part of a team that represents in the way that we do. Our staff goes out of their way to support our event planners to the best of our ability and to the extent that we can. Sometimes people ask for things we can't give them.
Yeah.
So our staff as a whole has just done a great job. And speaking of that, we've got 2 new staff members. We've got Michael Sheehan, who's joined Zendel on the logistics and operations side. And then we've got Sarah Green, who's joined me and is working as my assistant at this point. So, they just kind of fit right in and just kind of picked up, and we just keep going. And that is feedback. What you just shared with me is also feedback that we get from our event planners. Mm-hmm. So I think that that's huge. Other advantages that we have is the economic value that we bring to the table. We are not the least expensive, but we're definitely not the most expensive. And the fact that we have free parking is huge. It's huge. Some events deal with the challenge or the fact that we are municipally owned. So we, the county, it's on county property. And so we have a little bit of guidelines that some people struggle with a little bit when we have to have alcohol in the building. But it's doable. It's very doable, and we try to streamline that and make that as smooth as possible for them also. It's just responsibilities that I have.
Your year, no doubt, is looking good at this point. You've got October, November, and December to go here. But
yeah, I got events I'm booking in 2027 and 2028. Yeah, we're doing good.
Well, I was amused at you saying you've got local people that don't know the location, and I understand that in a way. But still, somebody that if they've lived here any length of time, they ought to know. They ought to know where the Farm Bureau Expo Center is.
I thought that too, but that's okay. We just smile, and you will find us at 945 East Bador Parkway.
Well, we got about 3.5 minutes left here. What you got? Anything big coming up in the next 2 or 3 weeks?
Well, we have a scrapbooking convention that's in the building right now, and behind that, we're going to have
a scrapbooking convention.
Yep. So lots of paper and cutting and gluing and all kinds of stuff, and anything and everything that you've ever wanted to or need to do scrapbooking is in the building right now. We just wrapped up a sewing conventions, which is same thing, different hobby. They are a repeat customer, and so was the sewing convention. So always nice when they go, yep, same format as last year.
Are they national organizations or?
Yeah, they travel the country.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, they do.
Well, if you've got a national organization that doesn't want to go to the same place all the time, looking for new places to go, things to do, I'm sure word gets out and they come here. That helps.
Oh, word of mouth is definitely one of the strongest advertising that we have. And then me going to conferences and representing. And, I figured it was going to take about 3, maybe 4 years for there to get some steam behind that. It's already there. It's already there. And exciting news, we have a new website that will be coming out at the first part of next year, which is very exciting for me because it's going to have a lot of capabilities. It's going to streamline the way we do our work. Open enrollment for our preferred provider for food and beverage and event services opens on November 1. So if somebody that owns catering or some kind of food service or event services would like to be part of our program, they can go onto the website, which is farmbureauexpo.com, and they can download the applications, and we'll start accepting them on November 1.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we got going on. And then other events, a couple gun shows coming up. We've got Digital Hero coming up, which is an interesting and fun event for all those that are of the gaming mindset. And then we once we start rolling into December, then we're talking about holiday parties and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, some things are more attractive to local people here. And then there's some things that you have that probably there's no, and they're not even for them. I mean, it's just a convention and local people not really involved. So it works both ways.
It's a balance. It's
Yeah.
a balance. And you'd be surprised. Some local people come in, like we just had TriStar Kennel Dog Show. You had Thomas here with me last month. And huge success, huge success. And that group actually had AKC senior officials here looking at our building to recommend our building to other shows. And that's the kind of feedback you want.
Yeah.
And you're right, though. See, not everybody is into the dog scene. So not everybody would necessarily, it wasn't a high attendance event, but it was a high revenue generating event for the county. And that's great. That's the other half of what we're trying to do.
Absolutely. Gail, we're out of time. Thank you for coming by. We'll see you next month.
Wonderful.
Have
Look forward
a great
to it.
weekend.
You too.
All right. That's going to do it for a Friday. And until Monday, I wish you a fantastic day.